Namaste, beloveds. I am going to light a candle, and that was gifted to me. It's a jasmine chai, and it says Namaste on it, and it smells so good. It just smells so good, and I'm going to light it for this portion of our video, just to bring in some warmth, bring in some more light. Light from a flame, from the element of fire, to help us bring about the information. Okay? Um, let's just get into it. The cards were already pulled. They've been pulled, and I'm going to just get right into them. And this is all coming from the first video. So this is the second part of listening to the great teacher. Key focus on the word listening. This is the first card that came through. The Apprentice of Pipes. This is from the Medicine Woman deck. And this is Apprentice of Pipes. Channeling the light. Prayer. I open now to the message that comes from within. I shall be brave in carrying out the Spirit's call. This time I light my pipe, having come a long way, another leg of my journey complete. I take time here to pause and renew my vision. I seclude myself so that my inner word shall be clear. Then I will take up my pack and walk again, knowing my way. My body now is a channel, an instrument of light, and wherever I go, whatever my talent, I shall inspire others by my manner of being. I open to the flow as I feel it within me. Lesson. At this point, though you may be well known for what you have done and begin a new level of study, you work with a true master on either the inner or the outer planes. Your body will learn to further refine its talents. And beloveds, this is so personal for me because I am getting ready to undergo bariatric surgery. And so this refining has such an impact, such a detailed wisdom, such a way of expanding my spiritual consciousness as it is, understanding that this is the next level, okay? Because as the card says, I have attained a certain stance, and I know how to stand and root myself in that stance and draw from the roots of that stance. So now it's time for me to move again, to refine that. What is the message you came to deliver to the world? Every fiber of your being is now going to learn to express it. You no longer depend so much on the instruments of your trade. You have mastered them. That's so deep, beloveds, because when I came into this, I thought I would be coming into it as a business. And I've watched it become its own root in its own tree and its own fruit with its own. And it just blows me away. And coming to this point now, and again reflecting on it because astronomically, Pluto is where she is or he is, and all of this is by design. and the comprehension of it, of the mastery of the design, blows me away. You no longer depend so much on the instruments of your trade. You have mastered them. Now you depend on the instrument of self. All of this started with self-inquiry. Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why is this happening to me? Why did that happen to me? Help me understand. Help me know. And by knowing, bring me closer to you. All that is perfect, all that is unconditional love. All that is self-knowing, all that is self-fulfilling. Your body becomes a clear channel, energy freely flowing. You are a student again, but filled with grace. And beloveds, if you watch the first video, you will understand why that is reverberating in my soul, in my spirit, in my consciousness, in my flesh. You are a student again. Apprentice of pipes. In this first video, the breath of God came up as being the first gift. With pipes, the breath is necessary. Birds came up. Everything is connected. The next card, beloveds, is the Six of Bowls. Six of Bowls. Let's find that card. Six of Bowls. Appreciate days gone by. Prayer. I have given my gift of love, and it has been gratefully received by another. In the waters of life we rest our desires and allow ourselves to be moved by a greater force. It is in this time of looking back that we realize life is perfect and that we are prepared to meet whatever will come our way. Endless streams of emotion flow between myself and the beloved you placed within my reach. We are consciously united in the great pleasure that is but a taste of the wonder of God, Great Spirit. I give thanks for this universe full of treasures that you give to me through all of my love's care. With each person whom I love and with whom I share my inner being, I come to know yet another part of your great glory. And there it is. And there it is. There's so much arising within me. There are dolphins on this card. I advise you to understand the dolphin spirit, okay? So I want you to look that up on your own and see what's revealed to you through the wisdom of that beautiful design. Listening. Dolphins are all about the clicks. It's all about the sonar, with dolphins. So that ties in so much. Let's get to the lesson of this card. You may be feeling a little nostalgia. Like I said, the heavenly alignment is bringing us here for this reflection at this time. You may be feeling a little nostalgia, longing for days gone by, lovers experienced and lost, but nothing is truly lost. The lesson of that love live on. Be thankful. Life has given you some exquisite moments. Remember them and honor them. They have been your teachers. It might be time to reconnect with an old lover, a childhood sweetheart, a friend far away. Relive your dreams and let learning occur. It may be time to forgive, to make amends. Sights, sounds, tastes, smells. Images will remind you of long ago. Pay attention to them now. In some way, symbolically or ritually, honor what has been. This encapsulates it for you and stores it in your mind and body as a good medicine power. Digest that whole period of your life or that whole relationship of your past into one powerful symbol, song, poem, or dance, or project it into a stone, a painting, a photo collage, a woven cloth, or any other cherished object. Your life will become your art. By so doing, and your art will become your life. This is how you Godspell. This is how you expand your spiritual conscious awareness, that you are one with the microcosm and the macrocosm, and there is no separation. Romance comes when the past is completed. Pay attention to that, because that has an alarm bell on it for me. So romance comes when the past is completed. And I was told to pull from I pulled a card from the romance deck. So remember this card, and remember that it's going to be tied in with this card, the Six of Bowls. So that number 6 is going to have a deep relationship, a deep weaving message into what is being shared specifically about relationships. And I know the number 6 in the regular tarot deck is the Lover's card. And the number 6 plays a lot, has very significant energy. I would ask you to look up the number 6 in writingthebeast.com. And there you will find a treasure trove of information about the number 6 and how it is and why it is arising in this particular reading. Okay. Also, the digestion was brought up in the first video. So it's very much tied to this. The digestion system, the digestion cycle, the nature of digestion itself, even the word digest. Okay? Digest that whole period of your life or that whole relationship of your past into one powerful symbol, song, poem, or dance, or project, or projected onto a stone, a painting, a photo collage, a woven cloth, or any other cherished object. Your life will become your art by so doing, and your art will become your life. Romance comes from when the past is completed, to the extent that the past is left unfinished, unappreciated, unforgiven. Your next partner will be plagued by your illusions and fears. A kind goodbye to what once was cleanses the cup to be filled with fresh love once again. So we're told to purify those lingering, toxic, unfinished, unappreciated, unforgiven thoughts, feelings, Klingons, energies, entities, images, emotions, so that our next partner is not plagued by that, does not have to suffer or go through anything because of your unfinished, unappreciated, unforgiven stuff. It's very important that you get rid of this waste material, that you be completely clean when you welcome in your next partner, romantic partner. Romance comes. Okay, I read that. A kind goodbye to what once was. A kind goodbye to what once was cleanses the cup to be filled with fresh love once again. That too brings me to the renewing, regenerating, rejuvenating, the healing, beloveds. The next card is the Three of Pipes. This is a doozy. And I say this is a doozy simply because the bird that's on this branch right here. Okay. And I want you to see the full card, but yeah, this is a doozy. And it keeps saying, those are the words that keep right. This is a doozy. It is saying it in like a parrot's voice, so it is what it is, beloveds. Okay, Three of Pipes. Three of Pipes. Dream, envision, wander. Prayer, guiding ones who come to me in spirit. I am thankful for your presence. Help me now to see that which I can use to accomplish great spirit's work here within Mother Earth's embrace. I am thankful for my gifts, my talents, and my resources. Help me to use them well and wisely. I am ready now to energize the talent needed to achieve Creator's wish. I am open to inspiring dreams and vision. I wander in your hope-filled land. A doozy, I knew it. Lesson. It is time to await opportunity expectantly, or to wander seeking pieces of the dream. You are probably engaged in fantasy and longing during this period. You may even feel a craving for something you cannot quite define. There may be periods of melancholy due to the sense of uncertainty in your life right now. Flow with them. Watch them pass. Listen. You will reach fulfillment on the path the Creator has laid before you. First and foremost, understand your path has been laid out before you. Be conscious of that. What appears, listen. Don't attach. Discern what is truthful and what is not. Because you will encounter both. Learn what is pleasure and what is pain. Learn what seeds these within you and on your path. Learn what you want to grow and what you don't want to grow. You will reach fulfillment on the path Creator has laid before you. Trust enough to take the first step. Let yourself be guided by dreams and visions. Look for signs. Trust your inner response. Follow that which calls you at the deepest level. Respond to that which creates all-engrossing enthusiasm. Let the universe lead. My daughter gave me this when I went to California. It is a journal. It is a dream. I've been using it as a dream journal because my dreams lately have been so flowing and energetic and so packed with visual stimulations and listening to what is going on. And it's like I said, it's not about interpretation. It's about gleaning and gaining the insight of the subconscious and the unconscious, becoming conscious. As I write it down, it becomes conscious. Okay, beloveds, that is that card, and it was a doozy. The next card from the Medicine Woman deck is Resources. It is the Magician. In the regular tarot deck, it is the number 1 card, and it is a major arcana. Resources. And that word came up in a couple of these cards. Resources. What has been given to you, gifted to you, are your resources. Learn how to use them. Learn how to utilize them. Listen to them. Pay attention to them. Care for your resources. Resources. Number and meaning. I am. Traditional name, the Magician. Medicine Woman energy, the resourceful one. Using the tools at hand. So deep. Going back and the first video, I say these are biblical tools. The book, Listening to the Great Teacher, is a tool. It's a biblical tool. And here we have Medicine Woman energy, the resourceful one, using the tools at hand. Nothing is coincidence, beloveds. Nothing is coincidence. Affirmation. I am a resource of the eternally creating and sustaining spirit of life. All that I need to carry out the divine plan is before me. The card speaks. I am the Medicine Woman. Through my choice of actions, I bring life to my people. Creator who lives within me has given me stewardship of that which I see before me. My tools are the stones, the earth's substance of which all things are made. The pipes, symbol of all channels of things, are made. The pipes, symbol of all channels of creative energy, including the body in which I dwell. Arrows, showing me the power of clear, one-pointed mind, and bowls, allowing me to offer my love and receive the blessing of those who come to share their gifts with me. I refuse to give my attention to things that limit me or deny my wholeness. To all life, I am connected. I understand the sexual flow within me to be the fuel of creation that can be channeled for those purposes I hold within my heart. I value this life force and directed toward right relationship with all beings. It's sacred. Its value is most sacred. It is the holy of holies. It is not to be profaned in the sharing of it, in the caring for it, in the handling and the acknowledgement of it. And in doing so, don't condemn yourself, but understand you are learning. You are teaching yourself. The vibration is valuable. You're teaching yourself. If it brings you shame and guilt, then you're treating it, this conscious spirit, the wrong way. And it's going to let you know. It's going to talk to your consciousness. And you're going to feel uncomfortable. And if you listen to it, you'll be able to correct, redirect, and learn how to flow in the right manner. Learn how to hold it sacred. Keep it sacred. Keep its frequency and its spectrum at the highest value, not the lowest. I let go of those things I no longer value, keeping that which I love and for which I can care. These things then bring me comfort, support, and help according to their purpose. I possess only by nature of my caring. With my wealth, I support the things I believe in and things that enhance life on my planet. I withdraw this support from those things and institutions and systems that bring harm to living beings. All things are tools. All tools are magic wands that can create the world of my higher vision. I accept the powers within me. I am content with the tools that are before me. Within the great plan of creation, I trust that I am given what I can best use. My talent and inspiration, combined with the material world around me and keeping with the ultimate balance of all that is. That is the prayer. Self-questioning. Where do I spend my money? Are these the places I want to support? Do I give the gift of my sexual expression to the one I would like to become? To the one I would like to become. When you understand oneness, when you understand union and unity and self-reflection, you want the one that you're one with to truly be a oneness. It's not, well, I like them, but this, that, and the other. No, it's not about that. No one is perfect. We are all maturing. But is that being on that frequency with that right there? Understanding that we're all maturing. Is his conscious or her consciousness able to expand, able to get pregnant? Is it fertile? Can it produce good fruits? Good fruits that allow you to expand your consciousness, that feed your spirit, that satisfies and nurtures you. It's important. Do I give the gift of my sexual expression to the one I would like to become? And it is a gift. If it is being taken from you or forced or coerced, it is not a gift. If you feel that you have to, it is not a gift. You become that on which you dwell. Your money is energy supporting the world you choose. Sex and money are powerful energies you will more thoroughly understand as you read the chapters on the four powers. Auras, the energy fields surrounding human bodies, begin to blend at deeper and deeper levels in a sexual encounter. So understand what sex is. Sex is one of the deepest, most intimate ways of merging your essence, your spiritual essence with another, your channeling body with another. Understand that. It's not a toy. It's not to be played with. It's not to be abused. It's not to be held in shame, guilt. I see it as some valueless thing. Your destiny and that of your partner began to combine. Are you giving this intimate gift to one you admire enough to become so entwined? Do you wish to accept this person's wholeness, to carry his or her pack on your back? Is your load lighter by the sharing? Those are some deep questions, beloveds. And they're coming at a time of deep reflection. Like I said, this Pluto arrival of reflection every 284 years. And here we are, and we're finding ourselves here. And I want you to understand these questions are very specific, for very specific reasons. It's for the spiritual consciousness of the collective. And that does not happen unless it happens individually first. Exercise. Begin to arrange your living quarters in the way that gives you power, getting rid of what you never use, allowing these things to fulfill their purpose of usefulness with someone else, and blessing the things that bring you satisfaction by your caring for them. Your home is your personal world of resources. It is your first level manifestation of power. Make sure it supports your true being. Meditation. Imagine yourself as a medicine woman. See before you the four symbols of power, your tools in the manifest world: a stone, a pipe, an arrow, a bowl. Let them one at a time. Lift them one at a time and ask them to speak to you about yourself. Visualization. See yourself using one of your tools in a new way, perhaps in a way which you formerly felt yourself incapable. Feel the power of expressing in this new way. See others noticing and complimenting you on this new capability. Remember, your stone may be any earth object, your pipe, something that is a hollow channel of energy, such as a flute, or your body. Your arrow can be focused thought. Your bowl is any container of your love and devotion. Astrological sign, Mercury. Colors, bright yellow. Bright yellow for mental concentration and alertness. Rose for feelings of universal love. Pale violet or silver gray like the smoke from the sacred pipe for spiritual upliftment. Rich reds and oranges for the clay of the earth to remind you of her beauty. The mysteries, the magician, the resourceful one using the tools at hand introduces us to the mysteries. The tarot is divided into two groups of understanding: the major arcana or great mystery, and the minor arcana or lesser mysteries. The major arcana are the prime spiritual forces in your life. The minor arcana are the four forces you must reckon with in your day-to-day life. The minor arcana I call the four powers. You will learn more about them as we enter that section of this book. They are represented by the suit of stones, pipes, arrows, and bowls. The resourceful ones knows that these forces are powers innate to every human being. They constantly confront us as challenges, and we deal with them by activating from within their corresponding powers. The major arcana, a great mystery, began in us as a blank life force, the desire to live. The life force blossoms into sexual energy and travels throughout our lives as creative expression. Eventually, this force takes us higher and higher and becomes identifiable as the spiritual force. The cards of the great mystery or major arcana show how this force carries us through our life to our final enlightenment. The cards can also be read in relation to any one process in which we may be involved. In other words, they speak macrocosmically as the big picture and microcosmically of each little event through which we must pass. Our bodies contain several primary spiritual energy centers. These are called chakras. Through different religious systems assign different colors to each chakra. Many agree on the following arrangement: violet, top of the head, crown. Violet, type of focus, seeing life from a cosmic perspective, visionary, mystical. Indigo, center of the forehead, third eye, intuitive, psychic, seeing. Blue, throat. Blue, philosophical, speaking out, creative, conceptual. Green, the heart, healing, honoring nature and all life forms, beginnings of unconditional love. Yellow, stomach area, solar plexus, intellectual, personal empowerment, recognition of one's own worth. Orange, upper pelvic area, pancreas. Social kinship, ties, service to others, here and now, conditional health. Red, base of the spine, sexual organs. Survival, basic necessities, continuation of the species, ongoingness of life. Each chakra relates to a level of consciousness. We pass through these levels of consciousness on our way to spiritual fulfillment. The level of consciousness where you spend most of your time depends on your spiritual development. It is possible to have peak experiences only because we do not always hang out at the peak. It is also possible to fall below one's usual state of consciousness. For example, when you meant to act out of your heart center and ended up responding from your power center, yellow chakra, it is not necessarily wrong to operate from a lower center at any given moment. Each center or chakra has important experiences to offer us. Each center or chakra has important experiences to offer us. Each center focuses on our attention in a particular way. In general, the chakra centers of consciousness provides us with desires and motivation for certain kinds of experiences that will promote some aspect of our spiritual unfolding. Understand these chakra centers. Understand they go in cycles and circles. Understand the revolution. Understand how they impact the blood flow of the circulation. Understand how they carry the hormonal discharges, so to speak. At each level, sexual expression is occurring. but the experience of sexuality is different depending on the center from which you are operating. The crown, violet, you see your partner as God, and your sexuality as an expression of your devotion to the one. Third eye, indigo, you have the ability to relate to your partner's high self. You are attracted by your vision of the other's aura or innermost being. You also want your true self to be recognized. Throat, blue, you are attracted by creative expressions, sound of voice, sensual music, lighting, aesthetics. You also want to be heard at a very deep and sincere level of your being, listening to the great teacher. Heart, green, you are attracted by your constancy of love, ability to work through trouble spots, kindness, fairness, compassion. You very much desire romantic happiness because this is the first level at which you can see the possibility of eternal love. Though it is here that your most difficult lessons about how to achieve it are learned. Understand what we are receiving, this knowledge that is being spoken right now, that is coming forth. Understand that it is by design, beloveds. Solar plexus, yellow, you are attracted by another's intellect or personal power. There is a feeling of admiration or awe. At the same time, you have a need to exercise your own power and realize your own qualities. Power plays and ego trips could be rampant here, but you could also respectfully bring out each other's unique powers. It is easy to be jealous or competitive here, but life will provide you with experiences so that you can get beyond these emotions. Pelvic, orange. You are attracted by emotional kinship, ease of relationship, affection, and social compatibility. You enjoy taking care of each other in a variety of ways. Family is a main focus. Base of spine, red. You are attracted by the basic polarity between self and other. You are acting instinctively out of the body's basic drive to propagate the species, to reproduce the self. This is your basic fire of desire. That's why we lit the candle. Yet the flame must rise as your spiritual consciousness arises. Each level of sexuality has its supreme value. None of them is negative in itself. Yet, a person may become involved in negativity, self-doubt, or fear anywhere along the way. The tendency is, of course, lesser at higher levels. But at these levels, the desire to reach perfection can be a very hard taskmaster. So appreciate where you are, enjoy it fully, learn what you can. All experiences will be yours in time. The great mystery will provide every experience you need in order to move you along the path to spiritual and sexual fulfillment. As stated previously, sexuality, creativity, and spirituality are all outflowings of each other. Wow. Just saw Niagara Falls kind of spilling. Okay. The energy of life moves through your body and your consciousness, attracting you to the people and situations that you eventually bring out the best in you. Appreciate what each opportunity brings. Live each moment to the best of your ability. Thus does your ability grow. And beloveds, this goes back to these other cards with the unforgiveness and all the things that hold you back or that could plague your next partner or the next phase in your relationship with the partner that you're currently in. Be very aware and let go of all of those things. Work them out so that you start new. You start brand new, okay? There's nothing there marring or mocking or to blemish or taint. Everything has been let go of. Okay. There is a lot here in this. I am going to skip forward. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, fine. Live each moment to the best of your ability, thus does your ability grow. Tarot path through the mystery. The cards of the major arcana can be lined up 3 abreast with the chakra centers of consciousness. Each set of 3 cards relates to a specific color and center of expression. As you look at this alignment, you can see that it applies to the total picture of your life in general and also to the experience of your relationships along the way. First, you are given 3 basics with which to start life or any process within your life in order to begin a relationship, whether with a person, place, thing, or with life itself. You must have the following. Take into consideration, again, the number 3, that Holy Trinity, the blending, the braiding, the weaving, okay? The first 3 is survival basics, red level, root chakra. 0, seed, the seed idea, the willingness of the fool to step into the unknown. 1, that's the card we got, beloveds, that is this card. Resources. Whatever it takes is there before you. You need only to recognize it and utilize it. 2, seeker. The path to further knowledge begins with your own self. All you need to do is trust and act intuitively. The second tier of 3s is kinship bonds, the orange level, the pelvic chakra. 3, bounty. You have been given your basic body, intellect, family, and a level of wealth and place of living with which to begin your earthly journey. See and appreciate what you already have. Take advantage of the gifts before you. Number 4, command. There are talents and abilities within you that are more than enough to tackle the situation at hand. Go for it. Number 5, peacemaker. Here, you must interface with the world, showing your stuff. It is here that you learn what is of benefit to the world and what the world wants and will accept from you. 5 is a very powerful number, being our, just is, look it up. Personal power, yellow, level, solar plexus chakra. Number 6, again, these are in sets of 3s. Number 6, ecstasy. Your inner gifts have met with outer expression. Your self has been released. Number 7, warrior. The world has recognized you in some way. Achievement is realized. You are encouraged to go on. Number 8, healing. The life force that flows through you now becomes a beneficial energy to self and others. We move to the next set of 3. Harmony, green level, heart chakra. 9, guide. Here you meet your higher portion. the guide or higher self who begins to help you through any obstacles and to spur you to further growth. 10. Harvest. Rewards come in for all that you have done thus far. It is time for respite and review. 11. Balance. You see that there is a large balance to keep than merely your own. You grow in humility and ability. The next group of 3. Creative. Blue level, throat chakra. Number 12, vision. You are given a vision of the world as it could be. A role in that unfolding is laid before you. Number 13, sunset. What has led to now is passing away. It is no longer possible to be who you were. You have seen a greater self, a distant reality yet to be manifest. The call leads you through the death of the past and on to new life. 14, blend. You begin to integrate past and future in a creative and visionary blend. The next set of 3, imagination, indigo level, third eye chakra. Number 15, trickster. You began to experience the snares of the world, yet you also began to know that all the cultural world is created by human mind and action utilizing divine energy. The cultural world is created by human mind, the cult of personalities. Your imagination allows you to envision other possibilities. Aho, mama. You travel between feelings of hopelessness and wonder, gloomy doom and utopian excitement. Number 16, pierced shield. Everything seems to come apart around you, yet it is merely the thought structure that kept you limited that is breaking away. You, in a higher version, are being released. 17, the grandfathers. You seek and receive guidance from those who have traveled this path before. Renewal, violet level, crown chakra. Number 18, 9 plus 9, the grandmothers. You relax into the arms of the Great Mother, the nurturing energy of the realization that you are not alone. There are many caretakers of Earth and all her beings. Number 19, rebirth. You began to see how something even greater might occur, and you began to look at your particular life as but a small yet necessary part of some huge, all-encompassing plan that has taken everything into account. You feel free as a child again, in a wonder-filled world, cared for by a divine family. Number 20, discernment. Now you begin to act with higher judgment. You have confidence in your decision-making, for you have been shown both your importance and your insignificance. You see that you are a stitch in the cloth of time, but perhaps the one that saves 9. Deep. Bliss, white level, merges with the eternal, and this is the last one. This is not a 3. This is 21, which is a variable of 3. Okay? Dancer, 3 times 7. You are on top of the world, not caught in the drama of life. You participate freely. Transcendence of all struggle. The joy of being here now is yours. In terms of sexuality, the seed is your attractive power. There is a force within you that attracts. The fool, seed, within you also attracts you to others. You are drawn to those people, things, and situations that have information you need in order to advance on your spiritual journey. Everyone, everything you are attracted to has the potential of bringing out some creative aspect of your being. The people and things you come into relationship with challenge or entice your inner being out into manifestation. Thus, every relationship reveals you to yourself and brings your talents to the world. That is self-love. That is self-love on the highest level. That is truly seeing yourself, truly knowing yourself, truly being in your oneness with self. Knowing that there is no bridge between you and the Great Spirit other than consciousness. And that once you divest yourself of your naked ashamedness of your personality, and you begin to revel in the intimate nakedness of your oneness with the higher self, with the Great Spirit, as the Great Spirit. And you're learning all the aspects of, all the levels, all the dimensions, all the multiverses, all the layers, the microcosm and the macrocosm. You understand what vastness is in contrast with limitedness. And you choose being unlimited as your personal preference, your self-preference, your self-expressive existence. Number 21, dancer. You are on top of the world, not caught in the drama of life. You participate freely. Transcendence of all struggle means you are at peace with the knowledge of who you are. The joy of being here now is yours. Means you exist in a world outside of the personality, the cult of personalities, the Elohims, the Satans, the opposition, the antagonists. You know what they're opposing. You know what they fear. But you don't sink down into that level, into the mire, to the quagmire, into the quicksand. You transcend and rise above it into a higher world, into a higher reality, into a higher possibility of manifesting, of being, of creating, of knowing. Everyone, everything you are attracted to has the potential of bringing out your creative aspect of your being. The people and things that you come into relationship with challenge or entice your inner being out into manifestation. Thus, every relationship reveals to you yourself and brings your talents to the world. You may have felt foolish at times when you wanted to attract someone to yourself. You had to take a risk, to put yourself out, to step off the cliff, to toss the seeds of self to the winds of fate. As the fool, you took steps toward that which was attracting you. It may not have turned out to be what you thought it would be. But it came to you in a form sufficiently attractive to entice you forward into the lesson you needed to learn. You were fooled into your own growing. Amen. The fool in you keeps the life force flowing. The fool flirts with possibilities. And before you know it, you are in so far that you have to utilize all your powers to realize the potential you initially imagined. Aho, mama. That was me entering the dark cave. That was me entering the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul enticed me into it. Okay? But if I had not been enticed, I would not be who I am at this moment. I would not know what I know. I would not be gifted with the gifts that I have while I'm doing this video right now. The fool holds out a hope and a promise and does her best to make the trip enjoyable. The fool fills life with fun and desire. The fool opens doors and lets you fall right into the situations that will bring about your perfection. Fools fall in love, and in love, everything is possible. The magician's power is to realize that you have what it takes to attract everyone and everything you need. You have the tools at hand, both to get love and to keep love happening. Sexually speaking, you have all the basic equipment right within your body and in your environment in order to make your fondest dreams come true. The power of life and creation flows through this body in the ways that you command, through your thoughts and images. Your major tool in life is this sexual creative force. Your major lessons, all 22 of them, consist of learning how to use it. Do you understand now why this world traumatizes children sexually? I want you to think about that sentence that I just read. And I want you to understand the lessons. And I want you to understand the whole essence or fragrance of this video is listening to the great teacher. Your sexuality is a great teacher. Listen to it. Not what you believe, not what you have been conditioned, not the traditions. Learn what the language, the intimate language that is yours. Learn how to relate to your sexuality. Learn how to guide, lead your sexuality. Don't allow it to lead you. Don't allow it to be the boss of you. Learn to be one with it. And this is why the power of life and creation flows through this body. Breath. The breath is sexual. The power of life and creation flows through this body in the ways that you command through your thoughts and images. Your major tool in life is this sexual creative force. Your major lessons, all 22 of them, consist of learning how to use it. You also have 4 minor sets of tools or ways to meet your earth plane needs. The magician, resourceful one using the tools at hand, is the master craftsman when it comes to these earthly tools. The earth, air, fire, and water are the elements she uses. These elements are combined in the 4 suits of the minor arcana: stones, pipes, arrows, and bowls. They are the medicine bag of the medicine woman. She magically arranges her life to suit her needs with the very same elements that puzzle and overwhelms others. This is what I asked for in my prayer, to understand the magic and the gospels, the God spells, to understand this. And here we are. Sexuality. Valerie, that's been your biggest hang-up. In other words, that has been your biggest teacher, your greatest teacher. Have you been listening? How have you been listening? What have you heard? What have you learned? How have you applied what you have learned? How has it manifested in your life? Have you benefited from it? Have you grown? Has your spiritual conscious awareness expanded through the fruits that it produced for you? Yes, 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 and yes. And yes, Spirit, I hear you calling me to do the Medicine Woman deck. And maybe this is the year for me to do this, beloveds. We shall see going forward. She magically arranges her life to suit her needs with the very same elements that puzzle and overwhelms others. With the life force, creative, sexual, spiritual energy that she embodies, she arranges her personal world or resources in a way that gives expression to her loftiest goals and most deeply held convictions. Yes, Mama. As you continue through the lessons to come, you will see how she, the medicine woman inside you, continues to enhance not only her sexual energy, but her creative abilities and her spiritual qualities as well. Take stock of your resources, accentuate the positive, and move on to the lesson of the seeker. And beloveds, that is going to do it for this particular deck and the cards that came. And I will continue on. This will be a 3-part series because we have 5 more decks to get into, as well as some cards. So 6. Okay. 6 more decks to get into. So let's get into it, beloveds.